The Carnegie Classification of Institutions of Higher Education is a framework for classifying colleges and universities in the United States. The framework primarily serves educational and research purposes, where it is often important to identify groups of roughly comparable institutions. The classification includes all accredited, degree-granting colleges and universities in the United States that are represented in the National Center for Education Statistics Integrated Postsecondary Education Data System. The Carnegie Classification was created by the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching in 1973. They issued reports in 1973, 1976, 1987, 1994, 2000, 2005, and 2010. To ensure continuity of the classification framework and to allow comparison across years, the 2010 classification update retains the same structure of 6 parallel classifications, initially adopted in 2005. The 2005 report substantially reworked the classification system, based on data from the 2002, 2003 and 2003-2004 school years. On October 8, 2014, the Carnegie Foundation transferred responsibility for the Carnegie Classification of Institutions of Higher Education to the Center for Postsecondary Research of the Indiana University School of Education in Bloomington, Indiana. The classification will continue to retain the Carnegie name after the Center for Postsecondary Research takes over on January 1, 2015. The announcement of the change was included with a statement that new classifications are to be issued in January 2015. General description. Information used in these classifications comes primarily from IPEDS and the College Board. The Carnegie Foundation lists classifications for particular institutions on their Institution Lookup website. Basic classification. The number of institutions in each category is indicated in parentheses. Doctorate granting universities. Doctorate granting universities are institutions that awarded at least 20 doctorates in 2013-14. The framework further classifies these universities by the level of research activity, as measured by research expenditures, number of research doctorates awarded, number of research-focus faculty, and other factors. A detailed list of schools can be found in the list of research universities in the United States. Doctoral universities, highest research activity. Doctoral universities, higher research activity. Doctoral universities, moderate research activity. Master's colleges and universities. Master's colleges and universities are institutions that awarded at least 50 master's degrees in 2013-14, but fewer than 20 doctorates. Master's colleges and universities. Larger programs are larger programs that awarded at least 200 master's level degrees. Master's colleges and universities. Medium programs are medium programs that awarded 100 to 199 master's level degrees. Master's colleges and universities. Smaller programs are small programs that awarded 50 to 99 master's level degrees. Baccalaureate colleges. Baccalaureate colleges are institutions where bachelor's degrees accounted for at least 10% of all undergraduate degrees and they're awarded fewer than 50 master's degrees. Baccalaureate colleges, arts and sciences. Baccalaureate colleges, diverse fields. Baccalaureate associates colleges, associates dominant. Baccalaureate associates colleges, mixed baccalaureate associates. Associates colleges. Associates colleges are institutions whose highest degree is the associate degree, or bachelor's degrees account for fewer than 10% of all undergraduate degrees. Associates colleges, high transfer, high traditional. Associates colleges, high transfer, mixed traditional, non-traditional. Associates colleges, high transfer, high non-traditional. Associates colleges, mixed transfer, career, high traditional. Associates colleges, mixed transfer, career, mixed traditional, non-traditional. Associates colleges, mixed transfer, career, high non-traditional. Associates colleges, high career, high traditional. Associates colleges, high career, mixed traditional, non-traditional. Associates colleges, high career, high non-traditional. Special focus institutions. Special focus institutions were classified based on the concentration of degrees in a single field, a set of related fields, at both undergraduate and graduate levels. Institutions were determined to have a special focus with concentrations of at least 80% of undergraduate and graduate degrees. In some cases, this percentage criterion was relaxed if an institution identified special focus on the College Board's annual survey of colleges, or if an institution's only accreditation was from a body related to the special focus categories. Special focus 2-year health professions. Special focus 2-year technical professions. Special focus 2-year arts and design. Special focus 2-year other fields. Special focus 4-year faith-related institutions. Special focus 4-year medical schools and centers. Special focus 4-year other health professions schools. Special focus 4-year engineering schools. Special focus 4-year other technology-related schools. Special focus 4-year business and management schools. Special focus 4-year arts, music, and design schools. Special focus 4-year law schools. Special focus 4-year other special focus institutions. Tribal colleges. Tribal colleges are institutions that belong to the American Indian Higher Education Consortium. Tribal colleges in universities. Not classified. The basic classification omits 26 institutions. Undergraduate Instructional Program. The Undergraduate Instructional Program classification combines the ratio of arts and sciences and professional fields, and the coexistence of programs at the undergraduate and graduate levels. Arts and sciences and professional fields. The framework categorizes institutions based on the proportion of undergraduate majors in arts and sciences or professional fields, based on the 2-digit CIP. Associates only awards associate degrees. Associates dominant awards some bachelor's degrees but award more associates as degrees. Arts and sciences focus award at least 80% of undergraduate degrees in the art and sciences. Arts and sciences plus professions award between 80 and 59% of undergraduate degrees in the arts and sciences. Balanced arts and sciences professions award 41 to 59% of undergraduate degrees in each domain. Professions plus arts and sciences award between 80 and 59% of undergraduate degrees in a professional field. Professions-focused award at least 80% of undergraduate degrees in a professional field. Graduate coexistence. The framework categorizes institutions based on the proportion of undergraduate and graduate programs that coexist. No coexistence. No programs coexist. Some coexistence. Some graduate programs coexist with undergraduate programs but fewer than half. High coexistence. At least half of the graduate programs coexist with undergraduate programs. Graduate Instructional Program. The Graduate Instructional Program classification indicates if the institution awards just master's degrees or master's degrees and doctoral degrees, and in what general categories they predominantly award graduate degrees. Institutions that do not award graduate degrees are not classified by this scheme. Post-baccalaureate graduate programs. Institutions that offer graduate and professional programs but do not award the doctorate are classified as having post-baccalaureate graduate programs. These programs are classified by the fields in which the degrees are awarded. Single post-baccalaureate only offer graduate training in education. Single post-baccalaureate only offer graduate training in business. Single post-baccalaureate only offer graduate training in a field other than education or business. Post-baccalaureate comprehensive offer graduate training in the humanities, social sciences, science, technology, engineering, and medicine, and one or more professional fields. Post-baccalaureate arts and sciences dominant only offer graduate training in the arts and sciences. Post-baccalaureate with arts and sciences offer graduate training primarily in the arts and sciences with some training in education. Post-baccalaureate with arts and sciences offer graduate training primarily in the arts and sciences with some training in business. Post-baccalaureate with arts and sciences offer graduate training primarily in the arts and sciences with some training in a field other than education or business. Post-baccalaureate professional offer graduate training primarily in professional fields with some training in education. Post-baccalaureate professional offer graduate training primarily in professional fields with some training in business. Post-baccalaureate professional offer graduate training primarily in professional fields with some training in a field other than education or business. Doctoral degree programs. Institutions that offer doctoral degrees, including medical and veterinary degrees, are classified by the field in which they award degrees. Single doctoral only award doctoral degrees in education. Single doctoral only award doctoral degrees in a single non-education field. Comprehensive doctoral with medical, veterinary award doctorates in the humanities, social sciences, and STEM fields. Graduate or professional degrees in one or more professional fields, and award medical or veterinary doctoral degrees. Comprehensive doctoral award doctorates in the humanities, social sciences, and STEM fields. Graduate or professional degrees in one or more professional fields, and do not award medical or veterinary doctoral degrees. Doctoral, humanities, social sciences dominant award most of their doctorates in the humanities and social sciences. Doctoral, STEM dominant award most of their doctorates in STEM fields. Doctoral, professional dominant award most of their doctorates are awarded in professional fields other than engineering. Enrollment Profile. The enrollment profile of institutions are classified according to the level of the highest degree awarded and the ratio of undergraduate to graduate students. Exclusively undergraduate 2-year students are not awarded bachelor's or higher degrees. Exclusively undergraduate 4-year students are only awarded bachelor's degrees. Very high undergraduate, fewer than 10% of students are graduate students. High undergraduate, more than 10%, but fewer than 25% of students are graduate students. Majority undergraduate, more than 24%, but fewer than 50% of students are graduate students. Majority graduate professional, fewer than 50% of students are undergraduates. Exclusively graduate professional students are only awarded degrees higher than bachelor's. Undergraduate Profile. The framework classifies institutions' undergraduate profile according to the proportion of part-time undergraduate students to full-time students. The institution's selectivity in admitting undergraduate students, and the percentage of students who transfer into the university. Enrollment status. The framework classifies enrollment status according to the ratio of part-time to full-time students. PT2. Higher part-time 2-year. More than 60% of students at this 2-year institution are part-time. Mixed 2. Mixed part. Full-time 2-year. Between 39 and 60% of students at this 2-year institution are part-time. MFD2. Medium full-time 2-year. More than 60 but fewer than 91% of students at this 2-year institution are full-time. FD2. Higher full-time 2-year. More than 90% of students at this 2-year institution are full-time. PT4. Higher part-time 4-year. More than 39% of students at this 4-year or higher institution are part-time. MFD4. Medium full-time 4-year. More than 60% but fewer than 80% of students at this 4-year or higher institution are full-time. FD4. Full-time 4-year. More than 79% of students at this 4-year or higher institution are full-time. Achievement characteristics. Selectivity. Selectivity is classified according to the Saturn Act scores of first-time first-year students. This classification only applies to 4-year or higher institutions. As of the 2010 edition, the criteria were as follows: inclusive. Students had a 25th percentile ACT equivalent score below 18. Selective. Students had a 25th percentile ACT equivalent score from 18 to 21. More selective. Students had a 25th percentile ACT equivalent score greater than 21. Transfer origin. Transfer origin characterizes the percentage of students who transfer to the institution, and only applies to 4-year or higher institutions. Lower transfer in. Fewer than 20% of students transfer into the institution. High transfer in. More than 19% of students transfer into the institution. Size and setting. Size and setting classifies institutions according to size of the student body and percentage of students who reside on campus. This does not apply to exclusively graduate and professional institutions and special focus institutions. Size. The size of institutions is based on the full-time equivalent enrollment. FTEs are calculated by adding the number of full-time students to 1/3 the number of part-time students. 2-year colleges are classified using a different scale than 4-year and higher institutions. Very small 2-year, fewer than 500 FTEs attend this 2-year institution. Small 2-year, at least 500 but fewer than 2,000 FTEs attend this 2-year institution. Medium 2-year, at least 2,000 but fewer than 5,000 FTEs attend this 2-year institution. Large 2-year, at least 5,000 but fewer than 10,000 FTEs attend this 2-year institution. Very large 2-year, 10,000 or more FTEs attend this 2-year institution. Very small 4-year, fewer than 1,000 FTEs attend this 4-year institution. Small 4-year, at least 1,000 but fewer than 3,000 FTEs attend this 4-year institution. Medium 4-year, at least 3,000 but fewer than 10,000 FTEs attend this 4-year institution. Large 4-year, more than 10,000 FTEs attend this 4-year institution. Setting. Setting is based on the percentage of full-time undergraduates who live in institutionally managed housing. 2-year institutions are not classified by setting. Primarily non-residential, fewer than 25% of degree-seeking undergraduates or fewer than 50% enrolled full-time live on campus. Primarily residential, at least 25% of degree-seeking undergraduates live on campus and at least 50% but fewer than 80% attend full-time. Highly residential, at least half of degree-seeking undergraduates live on campus and at least 80% attend full-time. 2005 edition. In contrast to previous classifications, the 2005 classification scheme provides a set of multiple, parallel classifications. Quote, according to Alexander C. McCormick, Senior Scholar at the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching and Director of the Classifications Project, the 5 new classifications are organized around 3 central questions. 1. What is taught? 2. To whom? And 3. In what setting? Quote, in addition to the new classification categories, the previously used classification scheme has been revised. The Carnegie Foundation is also developing one or more voluntary classification schemes that rely on data submitted by institutions. The first focuses on outreach and community engagement, and the second on how institutions seek to analyze, understand, and improve undergraduate education. The Carnegie Foundation has no plans to issue printed editions of the classifications. The website has several tools that let researchers and administrators view classifications. Revisions in the basic classification. The basic classification is an update of the original classification scheme. In addition to changing names of some categories, the 2005 revision differs from previous editions in that it splits associates colleges into subcategories. This is based on the work of Stephen Katzinas, Vincent Lacey, and David Hardy at the University of Alabama, and is an update of work funded in the 1990s by the Ford Foundation. Categorizes doctorate granting institutions according to the level of research activity. This level is calculated using multiple measures, financial and otherwise. Simplifies the measurement of doctorate degrees awarded, divides master's colleges and universities into 3 categories based on the number of master's degrees awarded, deprecates liberal arts terminology, modified the criteria separating master's and baccalaureate institutions. Institutions formerly classified as master's colleges and universities are now classified as baccalaureate colleges. Requires institutions to have higher levels of single-field or related field concentration for designation as special focus institutions, and utilizes more sources of information to identify special focus institutions. Splits the schools of engineering and technology category into 2 categories and eliminates the teachers' colleges category. Measures and classifies service academies using the same criteria as other institutions. Previous editions. Prior to the 2000 edition, the Carnegie Foundation categorized doctorate granting institutions according to the amount of federal funding they received. The 2005 edition categorizes doctoral institutions according to the research support but uses a more complex formula than used in previous editions. Despite the fact that it is no longer used by the Carnegie Foundation, the descriptor Research I is still commonly used in reference to universities with the largest research budgets, often by the institutions themselves in the promotional materials.